Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. It is a great day and hopefully I can bring you a great game. I finally got a new headset that I hope will work for my needs. This is going to be a test run. If you think the audio is better, you're welcome. If it is worse, well, I'm sorry. I made a mistake and I will try to fix it in the next one. But hopefully we're good. Also, I think I just had the most fantastic smoked rib dinner ever fantasized about in the history of mankind. So I am full and content and hopefully won't get sleepy. This is something a little bit different. I'm casting one of my own games. Now, the reason that I'm casting this is twofold. Number one, my live cast software glitched out about halfway through, so there's this unusable period of about 3 minutes where we're missing a chunk of the game. And number two, there is so much crap happening in this game that I thought it would be good to bring it to you guys just to be able to look at it from a bird's eye view and see what all's going on. Of course, I am right over here, UEF in yellow. Handling the corner on my team is Ramstein, the ever-present Ionic, and Persone on the northern side. I am versus Root. We've got Robo Danny. That is Carlitos. And last but not least, K240. This is a relatively balanced game and should be a good one and highly entertaining to boot. Of course, on Wonder, you got a pretty well-established meta. You rush to the center for the Omni. There's Reclaim out here that you want to get with Manual. There's always a little bit of aggression around the outside edges. And from there on out, you pretty much just build up to either spam or tech, depending on what you're doing. Looks like all three ACUs are headed to the front, and the air players, of course, are just expanding and building as they see fit. The mother of all power spams has been laid down by Ramstein over here. That is just a disturbing amount of Tech 1 power generators, but hey, if you can reclaim enough, you can make use of it. I don't think you can actually make use of that many. That's a little excessive. We're all out here reclaiming. I'm sure at 3 minutes, yes, we're all well over 1,000 in reclaim, some of us higher than others. And things are moving forward at a great pace. We've got Tech 2 mass extractors upgrading over here. Probably going to start ACU upgrades. There's one going. And things will settle into a groove. Nice scouting done by the air players. You can see patrol orders all over the place. And then some manual reclaim orders. We've got Root grabbing some things here. Just making themselves busy around the map. Really not seeing a large engagement as of yet. Right here, I'm going to start a Tech 2 upgrade. If you're not going immediately for a push, in my opinion, the Tech 2 upgrade is the better one to get first, because that gives you more strategic options. You can start laying down point defense, a fire base if you wish, tac launcher that gives you the access to the Tech 2 power generator, and also you can double down on a gun upgrade with all that extra build power and get it very, very quickly. Had a feint right here from these Mantis. I blocked it off with my tanks, and other than that, we're pretty much seeing a stalemate here. Robo Danny is building up an artillery spam as he's getting, that is a completed Tech 2. I believe he's getting gun as well. That is a Tech 2 gun comm. Strong son of a gun. I just finished Tech 2, gonna throw down a tac and a power generator for the engineers to finish later, and I'm gonna head off to the front. ACU is going to be brave and come out to play. Looks like Ramstein is going to take the dive directly into him. He has gun, not Tech 2, just gun. Hopefully that will serve him well in this fight. I thought that things were going to turn out differently. I had pulled units slightly to the side, but right here you can see I paused my factories and I'm going for that gun upgrade right now. And I have got it. Ionic went gun as well. In fact, I believe this game, all of the front ACUs, every single one, 6 of them got gun upgrade. And we were all just duking it out in the center. Roughly even amount of air here. The air game is even, and I made a crucial mistake right here. I was going to shoot across and kill off all of his build power, But in the end, I just ended up getting caught in a pincher maneuver between two armies and lost all of my tanks. And then I had to fall back and overcharge my way out of the situation. Thankfully, the mid did not collapse at that point, even though they technically had somewhat of a unit advantage. We did have all 3 ACUs in this area, so that helped out a ton. Got triads going down in the center here, and an absolute flood of units. We've got 2 gunships coming in to try and hit Root, but Root had his own air, and Ramstein did not call for air support soon enough. It looks like K240 is already pushing Swift Winds, but he is going to lose it to those interceptors coming through. I am vetting rather rapidly, trying to get that point defense online, and I have succeeded. Root is going to swoop in with his Mantis. Unfortunately, my ACU is blocking access to the turret from his ACU, so he's not going to be able to overcharge it. And the gunships come in to save the day, force that ACU back. I was able to get rid of all these Mantis with my tanks and point defense, and that is going to be temporarily secure at least. Then over here, we're seeing a critical error from Carlitos. He has not built enough units. All he has is a couple of Mongeese, and that is pretty much it. Handful of Tech 1 artillery. His buddy over here failed to protect this flank, and so units came through, and well, when you don't have mobile units to respond, this is why I hate fire-based wars, because when you have open areas like this, stuff gets through. That is a terrible thing to have happen. Carlitos is getting another upgrade. Not sure exactly what he's going for. It looks like Ionic has finished a Tech 3 land factory. And I made another mistake here. This is a little bit more from a strategic standpoint. As you can see, I went all Tech 2 support factories, but I did it all at the same time. He, on the other hand, massed up Mantis from his mind-boggling 21 land factories. I'm going to go ahead and pull up. He has 45 Mantis and counting up rapidly. Just through sheer numbers, he was able to cave my fire base, and then I had to fall back. And then in addition to that mistake, I was not microing my tanks very well. So you can see he was able to overcharge several groups of 2 and 3 pillars and keep me off of my balance. Now this is a bad situation. We have mobile flak covering him, so that gunship snipe is going to fail. And I'm pretty much depending on my waves of Tech 2 tanks as they come in. He does have a ginormo gargantuan Tech 1 spam. Like, I can honestly say I've never seen a Tech 1 spam on Wonder at the scale that Root pulls off in this game. Now, I'm not really in any immediate danger here. The problem is that I cannot get a fire base back down, and I can't build up a critical mass of units at the gap. But still, I don't really want to back up because there is so much freaking reclaim right here. I mean, it's just ludicrous, the field of mass. And I had an engineer out here reclaiming the edge of it at one point, but sadly it was killed off. We can see Ionic down here is having a slugfest with a UEF opponent. He's actually maintaining his position pretty well. He has bricks, he has trebuchets, and that is really all you need versus a UEF firebase. You can see here, I finally pushed back these things, and I went to building point defense again. I can honestly say that was a pretty terrible idea. Shouldn't have done that, but I did. Well, actually, and a strap bomber. What I should have done is built a couple of Tech 1 point defense first to deal with the Mantis, and then gone for Tech 2 point defense. That strap bomber, I am microed my way out, and you can see a nice little dodge there. I'm going to compliment my own dodging skills, so bear with me here. I was actually kind of proud of that move and that one. And now I'm above the health needed to survive 2 strats. But problems, they are coming. Persone was able to knock that strat out of the sky. You can see here, I got my feet tangled in these Mantis. Pathfinding screwed. And then killed by Tech 1 spam. So that was Strat Bombers followed by Tech 1 spam for the win. And then over here, Ionic has actually succeeded in breaking a Tech 3 UEF ACU. And this is why you need units and you need the early upper hand, because your opponent, when he is able to get those mobile units online, I don't care if you have Tech 3-point defense, the trebuchets are going to win it if the trebuchet building has a head start. You can see up here, Root is now king of the Mantis. This is absurd. Oh man, we got strats. I'm going to watch this for just a second and then we will zip over there. Going to slow down a hair here. Carlitos just barely escaped with his life from that Strat Bomber and these 2 bricks. He is down below 2,000 health. Coming in for a die. Nope, he is going to go up. Strat Bomb to the face. Carlitos is dead. Well done to Person. It is now 3 versus 3, but Root is just everywhere. We've got 153 Mantis covered by 43 Medusa. That's basically 200 Tech 1 units flooding across the field into the air player's base. They are everywhere. A Red Sea pouring out of 29 land factories. That is just, like I said, that is the largest scale spam that I have ever seen on Wonder. I have seen ones to match it, but not on this map. And you can see down here, oh, that was a Strat Bomb. I'm sorry, I missed that, but I do remember watching that happen. The same thing happened to Ramstein as happened to me. He got hit by a Strat Bomber and then did not have enough health left over to deal with the spam that was immediately around him. He did have the ACU shield, but the shield was down and it was all taken out. We're seeing a Galactic Colossus about half built from Person, but just having to deal with the sheer volume of spam out here is incredible. Robo Danny is about to go down to bricks. Or not. Maybe. And boom goes the dynamite. Robo Danny is toast. 2 versus 2. And again, the spam is massing up. Root is now sitting on 201 Mantis and 42 Medusas. He's about to make another push onto the base. Thankfully, Ionic is coming over with a couple of bricks and more as he's producing. Those things are basically walking Tech 1 point defense with a ton of HP. They're going to do a fantastic job of helping to thin out the units. Then we have some restores and point defense working on the rest. That's Galactic Colossus almost done. And what is Root doing? Face plant directly into 4 bricks. He's going to overcharge 2 of them. And he goes nuclear. There is a core breach and the spam is going to go down. So sad to see that many units go. The flood of red has receded at last, and now we are left with a mostly empty map. It is disturbing how much space Root was taking up. K240 has nothing left. He's going to concede defeat, knowing that there's a Galactic Colossus on the way, and Restorers and Strat Bombers and bricks and pretty much everything else. And I gotta say, that was well done by everybody on both sides, except for, I gotta pick on myself here, I made a couple of terrible decisions with my microing. I could have beaten Root, and I should have beaten Root, but nope, I screwed it up. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed that game. I know that I had a blast playing it. That was an intense fight right there in the center. And that is going to wrap it up for this game and this cast. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will see you next time.